Hey, boys and girls. So, this week and next week, we're going to learn about the Grand Canyon. You do not have this book as we weren't able to do drop offs for you this week with this new book about the Grand Canyon. So, just kind of sit back and follow along and listen with me, okay? So, water was one of the forces that made the Grand Canyon. Water gathered into a river. The river carried sand, gravel, even boulders. The water and sand and gravel and boulders cut through rock. That is the way every river is born. But how did this river make such a deep canyon? While the water cut down, the rock lifted up. Why? Anybody have any guesses? The crust of our earth is made of big plates. 225 million years ago. 135 million years ago. These plates are always moving. 65 million and present. So look at the difference between where the plates have moved over the years. So up there at the top, we have 225 million. Below here, 135. Over here, 65. And down here, the present. So that's a lot of movement, a lot of shifting, right? So where the Grand Canyon now stands, one plate pushed beneath another, so below it. The top plate lifted up into a high, flat table. But as the table lifted, the water kept cutting through. That is why we have such a deep canyon now. All this happened in rock time, very, very slowly. Because think about how hard a rock is. It wouldn't be easy to disintegrate a rock with water. It would take a really long time. So Theodore Roosevelt was the first president to visit the Grand Canyon. He called it one of the great sights which every American should see. It is not only Americans who want to see the Grand Canyon. Every year, 5 million people from all over the world visit the Grand Canyon. 5 million people. Some ride mules down into the canyon. Would you want to ride a mule down into the Grand Canyon? Some hike down the steep walls. Some ride the river in rafts. Some stay at the top and peer down and down and down. Everyone admires this amazing canyon. So, what do you think? Is the Grand Canyon somewhere that you might want to visit? And let's see if you can remember some things that we talked about. So, excuse me, guys. Let's see here. Who was the first president ever to visit the Grand Canyon? Who was the first president to ever visit the Grand Canyon? Next, every year it said how many million people from all over the world visit the Grand Canyon. How many million people? See if you can remember. And last, what were some of the ways that the people visit the Grand Canyon? Remember, I'll give you a hint. One way was on a raft in the water. So what are some of the other ways? Let me know in the comments, or keep your answer for when we do our live Zoom, whichever way you want to do it. And I will see you guys real soon. All right. Bye.